There we go. Okay. Bear with me on this class. I didn't ever used to teach this. This was the DOS's class, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. But if you have questions that I can't answer, I will get you answers to it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so our culture at KW Marquee, this has everything. Our mission to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. Our mission is to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. Our values are always God, family, and then business. I love that. My husband's a pastor, so that's a big one in our family. Our perspective is a technology company that provides a real estate platform that are able to top producer, acts like a trainer, consultant, and focuses all its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. Technology is a big part of KW, right? We have a whole system that is just ours. We know it's a little tough to learn at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's so helpful. So if you have questions about Command, ask. We are glad to help you. It does so many things, and it benefits you. Okay. And right after this class, Marianne actually teaches on Command, so it's a good one to stick around for if you have. Our beliefs is the WI4C2Ts. Goodness gracious. And that's just, there is actually a dance for it. They do it at family reunion every year. But it's win-win, integrity, customers, commitment, communication, creativity, teamwork, trust, equity, and success. So we want those in your mind at all times. Okay, every deal you do, we want you to think of these. All right. Any questions about our culture? No? Okay. If you do have a question, go ahead. Okay. The heartbeat of. All right. The heartbeat is the KW Cares. So KW Cares is both international and within your own market center. So KW Cares, when you see it on your commissions that you submit, that's worldwide. So you can donate to that and it can help. A lot of times we see hurricane victims, tornadoes. We've sent big truckloads of supplies down to people twice in the last few years. I know that that's gone to some. We've done a little bit for Ukraine as well. So when you're donating to just KW Cares, know that that's international. Now there's also KW MQ Cares. I don't think that shows up on your commissions, but know that it is there. And if you want to donate it, you can talk to me or Amy, and we can add that into your commission. And that is for your direct market center. So we have a built up money supply. So if an agent or an agent's family needs assistance with something, that goes to that. Leadership and the ALC, and we'll talk about the ALC later on, determines if we can give to that. So it's not just a leadership perspective, because the ALC is agents. So we get their perspective on it to make sure that it's, pulling in the agent's perspective and it's somewhere good to give to. Okay. I am going to play this movie or this video up here. This is Mo Anderson, and that is like her heartbeat. She's like 80, I want to say 80 or 81 or 85. And she's still working because she loves KW so much. And she's just the most generous, sweet person ever. But you'll see her on like big canvas. That's
Well, what you can do is, get your appointment set up. And if you do, try to shoot for the morning, call us back.
okay, so that's Mo, and KW Cares. And we actually do Red Day, which I'll talk on later, and that is actually kind of dedicated to Mo and everything she's done, with KW Cares. Goodness gracious. Sorry, guys, 1 second. Yeah, okay. And there's Red Day, okay. Oh, Red Day. So like I was saying, that's kind of dedicated to Mo Anderson because of everything she's done. And it is a day in May. It's coming up. I want to say it's the it's the second or third Thursday in May every single year. Every single Keller Williams closes their office and does something for their community. So I think we're still deciding on what we're doing, but it is a council that comes together and decides what we want to do in the committee, and then we boost it out to all the agents and try to get everyone we can. Leadership literally is not in the office that day. We dedicate it to the community. So I know they did a horse ranch 1 year, they did the cemetery another. During COVID, they just had a food drive where people could drop off cans. And then the last 2 years, we did Sleep in Heavenly Peace, where you make beds for underprivileged children. So we literally get to make the beds and we collect supplies like sheets and comforters and pillows that we donate to the organization. And then we even have some agents that get to deliver the beds to the families as well that same day. So it's a really awesome organization. I think it's in the running this year again, but I know there's other ones as well. So we'll hear about what we're doing soon. If you want to join that, you can ask Andrea, but I'm pretty sure that Ginger is the one that's really putting that together and everything. So, all right. Okay, so this is our leadership. You got Alicia, who's our team leader. Ginger is the operating principal. She's not always in the office, but she is here a lot. She's got an office back here. Marianne Kelly, she's the director of operations, so she kind of oversees the office. That's what that title means. And then she's also your Illinois managing broker. So if you have questions about transactions, she's your go-to gal. Andrea is the DFI. She knows a ton as well. If she doesn't know it, she will direct you to the right person. She's there to help you guys. This is me. Of course, I'm the compliance coordinator, but I also assist Andrea and Amy, like I said. And then this is Amy. She's our MCA. It's gracious. Okay, so Amy is our MCA. She deals with everything payroll. She helps with the leases for the offices, but she does a ton of stuff as well. So don't just say she's the person that pays you, because she does a ton back there. I know from experience. But financially, if you have any questions, she's probably your go-to person. I can also help. And again, if not in the office, she's probably quicker to respond than me. How do you choose KW and what's your big why? So these are two questions that we like to ask every single agent. What's your big why is a big one. We want you to be here because you want to be here. But we also want you to have a bigger reason. Can't think of words this morning. I'm sorry, I'm tired. And we want you to focus on that big why when you're doing your work, your real estate work, because it's not always easy to get up and do the things you need, right? You're your own boss, right? But these go into greater detail. So Ginger, she's your operating principal. She's the vision for the market center. She's the huge vision. She designed this entire rebuild of this market center. It used to not be this nice. So this is beautiful compared to what it was, and it was all her design and all her doing. So we're very thankful for that. She's your merger and acquisition opportunity. She oversees profitability of the market center. She assists with recruiting and training, and she holds the team leader and all other leadership accountable. She's a very involved operating principal, which is awesome because you don't usually see that. Usually they are non-existent. You don't even see them. You don't even know who they are.
I can attest to this. I was struggling with something in command on Tuesday. She called me personally, walked me through it on Zoom. Like, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she knows a ton. So financially, oh my gosh, she's a brilliant. So yeah, but she's always there to help you. If you meet her, she can be kind of intimidating at first, but she's not once you get to know her. So just be aware of that. She loves to help the agents. She is busy though. So all right, this is Alicia. She's our team leader. A lot of you probably know her from your onboarding. She is responsible for the growth of the office. She also coaches and counsels the agents a ton. She does oversee the ALC. She oversees the PC program. So that's supposed to be ALC. So like the launch coaching that you're in, she oversees that. Business consulting, internal and external. So she not only does it for agents, she does it for other people as well. Very knowledgeable. She's a backup for broker issues if the broker is not available. And then she's a backup for legal dispute if the broker is not available. And then she also is an agent on her own, Frank Realty Group. So she's also doing the things you guys are doing. All right, Marianne, she has so many responsibilities. So she's the broker signature for all of Illinois contracts. She signs all of your buyer rep agreements. She signs all of the addendums for, goodness, what is that? Recordings. So she signs a bunch of things for you guys. All of Illinois. She's the only person that can do it. Okay. She does compliance. Good morning. If I'm not available, she'll step in and do that. She is the one that keeps me up to date on all the legal things as well. So real estate license questions and audits. Of course, she knows everything legally, what's supposed to happen. She'll step into a transaction if you need help. She'll answer any questions you have, all of that. like I just said, sorry, transaction conflict resolution. KW course instructor, she teaches so many classes. She teaches 2 right after this. So she can step into almost every single class that we teach because she knows so much. She's responsible for monitoring all agent interactions with the public. She's responsible for you guys that are in this office. You have to be overseen by a managing broker, so she's responsible for your transactions. That's why we are so strict on compliance, because we want to make sure we're protecting not only you, but also the company as well. She is a realtor herself. She does mostly listings. She will do some buying though, buyer side. So she's still on the field, just like you guys. She's the human resources and office procedures and policies that's under the director of operations. She supports all of leadership. She's kind of not over us. She doesn't consider herself over us, but she is. But she's just a go-to person, and she's kind of like she's director of operations, so she's our first go-to. She manages market center financials. That's a lot of Amy's job, but she does oversee it and helps out if need be. And then she's the office staff management, so lots of things on her plate. Amy, she's the market center administration, so she deals with all the office space, the leases. If you guys are interested, go to her. She manages the market center financials. She does profit share questions. She will do relocations, questions, and referrals. And then she does all the 1099s. So every tax year, she is the person to go to if you have questions about that. She also gets them all ready. I usually just help get them in the mail. She does all of that. So agent billing and collection. She does credit card payments and authorizations. I'm sorry. She does all closing statements. So the DAs that you see, we work on those together, but she pulls a lot of them into, which is disbursement authorization. Sorry. And then okay. So those are her roles here. Okay. Basically anything financial, go to her first. Yeah, she also has a ton of tasks. She helps everyone a little bit here and there. She will always greet you guys when you come off the elevator. If she's not there, it's most likely someone else is covering for her, because we always want that covered. We always want to feel someone coming in to feel welcome, either agents or clients. She assists with managing the Facebook, public and private. She does all the calls. We try to answer those within 3 rings. She updates the roster and does email changes. She does printer setup. So if you have a laptop that needs to be connected to the printer, it's not as easy as you think. It has to, like, you have to download a driver and everything. So go to her and schedule a time so she can do that. She does do the printer and copier problems, which with that one, it's becoming more and more unless it got fixed. But she's your go-to. She'll solve problems on it. She does the copier codes and distributes incoming mail. So every day we check the mail. With the copier, there is a 4-digit code. So if you don't know it, she'll be able to look it up for you, give that to you so you can make copies. She does kitchen supplies and office supplies. She goes to Sam's all the time for all that stuff. So she does instructions, maintenance on office equipment. It's beside your laptops, getting connected and stuff like that. She does the monthly calendar and event planning. Those are huge ones that take a lot of time. She schedules all the classes. She helps come up with new classes, and then all the events that we have, she's a major part of them. So, she inputs training announcements to the internet. All those posts you see about the events and the trainings, it's all her. Takes time to make them. And then she manages the public and private Facebook and Eventbrite. So goes right along with the posts that you see. And then there's me. Mine are a lot less. I do have tasks, but like I said, I do almost all the compliance. I with different tasks. I assist Amy with different tasks. Marianne a little bit. So just compliance for her. Maybe small tasks here and there. Nothing legally. She does all of that, and then I'm really just here to assist everyone since I am part-time and remote. If they have tasks that they might not be able to get to, I'm the one that takes them on. Okay, so your managing brokers, Marianne, like we discussed, she's your Illinois, she's your go-to for anything Illinois. If you're Missouri, though, she does not handle Missouri, that is Jeb. So Jeb is your go-to. He is Ginger's husband, but he's very knowledgeable on the Missouri side. He also does Illinois as well. They do a lot of foreclosures, REOs, HUDs, all of that. He's very knowledgeable, so it's Ginger on that. All right. But those are your go-to for managing broker issues. Coaching program. So JT, you might not, are you in? Okay, yeah. But I think the rest of you are in coaching, so these are your coaches. Sheila is the main coach. She does hold a meeting every Tuesday for you guys. Pretty sure it's Tuesday. I think at 5:30 is when it starts. So you want to be involved in those. She goes over a ton of stuff. She also does one-on-ones. Just make sure you schedule with her. She is very knowledgeable, knows a ton, is always there to help you. It's her job, but she loves it. Okay. Pam, you won't see a ton at the office a ton, but she is the contracts coach. She's the one that you submit your documents to make sure that they are compliant while you're in coaching. And then you also submit them to compliance, which I double check. So if she would miss something, I would probably find it. But yeah, so she is very knowledgeable too. She's been a TC for I don't know how long. So she does all of that. She's a TC for a lot of the agents in the office as well. But those are your contacts for the coaching program, okay? Katie, if you ever have a question too, and Sheila's around, she'll be glad to help you too. She's not like she's designated launch coach. This is your international leadership. So Mark King is your president. Gary is executive chairman. Gary is of course a founder. There's also a silent partner who I don't even know the name, but it's Gary Keller and someone else. And you have Mo Anderson, who's vice chairman, Jason Abrams, who's head of industry, and then Matt Green, who's head of agent growth and partner. So that is, these are the people that you see a lot of times at like family reunion, which is a big conference that agents go to learn more about the company, to learn new things. It's just a huge conference for learning. And then you also have mega camp for agents, and you'll see them again. We see them every Monday on a call. They have a growth call that we're always learning new things. These are the people that are always trying to make the company better. We just had a command update and they are trying to make it easier for us to onboard agents as well. It's all supposed to be in command because right now it's not. So they're working on that as well, and they're going to release that soon. We're already learning little tidbits here and there of that. So constantly working for you. You won't really ever talk to them, I don't think. I know Alicia just met Jason at family reunion this year. She's super excited about that, but they're major parts of this company. Okay, Agent Leadership Council. So what is the ALC that I've been talking about? Here to inspire the team to achieve extraordinary results, enrich careers, and maximize profits for all. Members, they are the top 20% of the agents. Their mission is to refer talent, drive profits, and manage expenses. And their committees that you can do are growth, education, tech, social culture, finance, safety, and tech task forces. With our Agent Leadership Council, and you can have 6, 7, 8 ALC members. Ours is rather small. This year there's 3 of them. We are trying to rebuild our ALC. It hasn't been the best that it could be in previous years. And we have a good feeling about this year, and we're just gonna keep building on that. So these are changes. So working on this. So Chantel is doing finance. She's your go-to person for finance. I know yesterday we had Gary said in here, I never say it right, thank you. In here, and he was teaching about taxes. That was Chantel's doing. She scheduled all of that. There's another one I believe coming up soon too, but everything financial, she's trying to help you guys learn how to manage your expenses, get profitable in your business. Okay. Jen Bowers is committee of what's it called? I want to say career growth, but she's trying to focus on, and this is a new one, she kind of said she wanted to do this to help the agents. She wants to drive your careers. She wants you to build. So just like Chantel wants to help you financially, she wants to help you get going in your business. She has been in launch. She was in launch coach. She graduated out of it, but she chose to stay in PC, which is kind of like the next step where she is still mentored by Sheila. if she has any questions or anything like that, but that's what she wants for agents. She wants to be there. She wants to help you guys in your career path grow to where you want to be. Julie Jones Kleckner has been on the ALC, I think at least 3 years now. And she has always been the growth committee for the Market Center. So she is working with Alicia, and trying to build the Market Center, in agents, basically. And she wants agents to also build their downline for profit share, which we'll talk about in just a second. But what she does is she holds career nights already. And she also brings a ton of recruits into the Market Center. So we have a system that brings us in leads of people that might want to get their license. She literally, her and her committee call all of those people, and it could be like 20 in a day. So they stay busy with it, and they're a great asset to the Market Center. I don't know if any of you attended career night, but that's all her doing as well. So it helps agents a lot by knowing what they're getting into most. So this is a profit share tree. A lot of people coming in are confused by what profit share is, right? We've heard it called a pyramid scheme a lot. Kind of looks like that, but that's not what it is. So profit share is when you name a sponsor, you guys all named a sponsor, right? So you're in their downline. And when you're in their downline, until you cap, they get a portion of your commission, but it doesn't come off of what you make. It comes off of what Keller Williams makes, okay? So that a portion of that is going to them for bringing you into the Market Center. And you guys all have a chance to do that. The more people you get into the your downline, the more you make off of that. So I think a video that talks about it. But there are different levels. So when someone adds you as a sponsor, they go in your downline. But then when someone in your downline gets someone to name them as a sponsor, that makes you like a level 2. And you're still earning a commission off of that because they're in your downline still. If that makes any sense. It explains it in the video. I can't explain. Here we go. All right, this is how it's calculated.
Back to the associate.
Okay, so I hope that helps a little bit. A lot of people call this like passive income because they don't always know when they're gonna get it. I mean, you can have people in your downline from other Market Centers. It doesn't have to be from this Market Centers, and there's Keller Williams all over the world. So you might not necessarily know when you're like when one of your downline people are gonna have a closing, and that money goes to you. So it's a lot of people call it passive income because it's just kind of in their bank accounts every once in a while. But the bigger downline you have, the more money you're going to make. So it helps to recruit agents and get them to name you as a sponsor. And you don't want to tell them to name you as a sponsor, but the way you do that is whoever contacts them first and introduces them to Keller Williams, that's who we advise to put on their sponsor or to name as their sponsor. Okay.
Does that income follow you if you leave Keller Williams or you retire or whatever?
You have to be vested. So it used to be 3 years, but now it's 7 years. So as long as you're in the Market Center, with Keller Williams for 7 years, yes, it will. Absolutely. We have some, one person that left and he was vested. So actually there's probably more than that, but I know of one that he's out of the business and he still gets it. Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, and it'll be named to a beneficiary too. So if you would pass away and you're still making money off of it, absolutely goes to them. We have someone who or it was during COVID, so it was over Zoom. She makes millions of dollars just by doing this, just by recruiting people and getting them in her downline. It's crazy. And she still works real estate, even though she doesn't have to, so. Any other questions on that? I know it's kind of complicated. Okay, we do update, there's a big check over here too, every month. I think they still do it, they should. They update the amount of money that goes into the profit share every month. Okay, that was dispersed to the agents. All right, this is Canva and I am not used to Canva.
Kristen, if you push escape the next video, you should just like make it smaller for you again.
Escape.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh. There we go. Thank you. Okay. Office information. Here we go. So copier codes, like I talked about just a little bit ago, you have to have a 4-digit code to make copies. We keep count of your copies. The first 50 black and white every month are free. Colored are, I think, 7 cents from start, because those are kind of expensive. And then after the 50 black and white, I think it's a cent for every copy after that. So but it's usually your last 4 digits of your social security number that you entered. You'll see it on the screen. And it'll ask you on your computer too, if you're doing it from your computer and not the printer. But if you want it to be something besides the last 4 digits of your social security number, just talk to Andrea. She can change that, not a problem. Direct deposits is the source of payment. That's how we pay every single person. If it's deposited, if we have the check before 1 o'clock, it will get deposited before then, and it will be in your bank account that same day, as long as you're okay to pay with compliance. If it's after 1 o'clock, it'll be in your bank account the very next day. Unless it's a Friday, then it's usually not until Monday because of the bank. It's weird on weekends, but if it's after 1 o'clock on Friday, it'll show up on. Okay, we try to get you guys paid as quickly as we can. We want you paid in 3 hours or less. That's why Marianne steps in for compliance if something needs to be checked. So every January, I like to say this because every agent asks numerous times what it is, because it's different on your office bill. You'll see a $25 annual renewal fee every January. It's a one-time fee, but you will see it on your office bill every January. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. And we do send out an email reminding you that it will be on your office bill, so it's not just a surprise. Okay. And then personal transaction policy, you are allowed 2 personal transactions per anniversary year, but your name has to be on the deed, which personal means you don't have to pay company dollar on it. I'm sorry. So if you're like selling a house, if you bought a house and you're flipping it and then selling it, good chance for you to get a personal transaction. Okay. Or if you're selling your own house, you get a personal transaction. Okay. All right, so office information, our office is open with leadership from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sundays, leadership is not here, but there is a leader on duty every weekend. And it switches between leadership. So you have Alicia, Ginger, Marianne, Sheila, and Pam that alternate between that. We try to post that as many ways as we can to let you know who it is and with their phone number. And then after 8 p.m., there is a evening broker support hotline, and you will get Anita Anthony on that. She's also part of this market center. She does so many different things. She's very knowledgeable. She's a managing broker as well. And you can call that number after 8 a.m. and she'll help you out. And it's like throughout the night, anytime. She's a night owl. So if you think it's too late, it's probably. Elevator code. So if we're not here, if it's past 5, or Saturday and Sunday, there's that little pad on the elevator. So you just hit 98765 and then pound, and then it will allow you to hit 2 and come up. To go down, you don't have to do anything. You just hit 1. It just locks for you to come up. So no one without access pick it up, okay? The lockbox, so if we are closed, the doors are locked as well. On the doors that are facing this way, you will see a lockbox on the door that's closest to like the exit, the fire escape door, sorry. It's got a combination code, so that code is 2017. And then you pull kind of like towards you when it comes down, and there is a master key in there to unlock the door. Do not take the key with you. Make sure you put it back in the box and scramble the code, so if someone else comes in after you, they can get in, okay? And then parking spots, we want you guys to use the outer rim of parking spots to leave room for guests or clients come up, especially if you have an office and you're here every day, try to use the outer spaces. And then smoking is to be done, it's by the fire escape door. There is a spot where you can put your cigarette butts. So please don't throw them in the landscaping or on the ground. If that seems to be full, let us know. We'll have the landlord take care of it. That is his job. But just make sure definitely not in the building, okay? Sorry, did everyone get those codes? Yeah, good, okay. Training that matters. We are a company that does have the world's best training 24/7 and 365 days a year. What we do in this office is we do have a training calendar that shows you all of these core classes that we teach, but we also bring people in. We try to do at least one big guest speaker every quarter. Sometimes it's more than that. I know like April and May seem to be packed, which is awesome. But we're also trying to get agents to teach more classes as well, because sometimes they become more knowledgeable than us because they're in the field and they see more. So sometimes you'll see agents speaking as well. And then we have Scott Leroy Marketing. They assist us with onboarding you guys. Actually, they create your emails and a whole bunch of different, emails, your websites, they create all of that stuff and for you guys to get started on it. So they help us, but they also have trainings. They used to be posted on a training calendar. I'll ask Andrea, 'cause she overtook that, but I still think they're on there. And it's just a website that's just through Zoom. And then KW Connect is also a resource. It has lots of training videos on there as well that are from KW. So lots of ways for you guys to get trained up. But again, leadership is always here to assist you too. Okay. We record these classes as well. We have a YouTube channel that we upload them to. So if you ever have questions when you're doing things, you can go to that YouTube and you can kind of look at the video and see, hey, am I doing this right? A lot of agents like that as well, okay? I think that's the next slide too. No, okay, so this is what our training calendar looks like. It's updated monthly, it's changed monthly, except for the core classes. We try to do those every single month, mostly on Fridays. Find office meetings, trainings, KW events, association events. So literally we try to put everything on this calendar. If it has a Zoom link, you can click on it and it will take you to the Zoom link. Like I said, there's direct links. This is on the KW dashboard, which I will show you guys. That is a website that was created by our old DOS Kate. I think Andrea is updating it a little bit here and there. But it's an amazing resource. It will have everything you ever need in one spot. So you're not having to go to a million different websites. It will have something that you can click to take you to that website.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So there was a posting yesterday about a class that's coming up that was like a financial, like I think the financial freedom class.
Yeah.
That had the appearance of being open to the public. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Okay, so how are those marked in here anywhere? So like if I wanted to promote that on my page for my clients to like, hey, let's get you in shape to buy next year, et cetera, kind of.
I don't think that they're marked, but don't ever hesitate to ask us. I think on the flyers, it does say that it's open to the public, but if you don't see a flyer, you're not gonna know that. What's marked on the calendar is like what level it's for. So green is definitely for training, but open to everyone. And then from there, it's just like, it goes up in how experienced you are. There are certain classes that we will hold that are only for our top 20% because we want to help them build as well with not having to go through the beginner stuff. Okay. And that's the only reason why we exclude the other agents. It's we want you to work towards that to get into that class. Okay. But they need training too. They want to grow as well. So but yeah, this is our calendar. It's on the dashboard. You can also get to it through the intranet on your My KW, you're probably not super familiar with that, but there is another way to get to it as well. The dashboard is just easier. You can also link this to your Google, to your KW email and your Google Calendar. That's super helpful for me because then it shows up on my calendar. So if you want help doing that, just ask Andrea. It's kind of a process, which is crazy, but she'll get you hooked up. Team meeting is every third Tuesday of each month at 12. Sometimes it gets moved, but we definitely try to keep it on that third Tuesday unless there's like a holiday or something, not a lot. We encourage every agent to attend that. Most of the time there's free lunch provided by a sponsor, so that's awesome. And Alicia does a little bit of teaching and we just go over things that are kind of happening in the market center and coming up in the market center. But KW Connect, we already kind of went over that, trainings, news and resources all on that website. In your guys' onboarding email, you should have information on how to log into that. And they also give you a link to take you directly to that site as well. But you can get to that from the dashboard as well. Okay, this is what the dashboard looks like. Let me go ahead. Doing this, but let me pull it up. There we go. Okay, so all you have to do to get to the dashboard is do www. KWMQ-board.com. I'll bring you right there. Okay. Okay, so our office license numbers have been updated on there. That's awesome. But you can see there's different tabs right here. So if I click on student KW Marquee training, it's going to take you to all of these. So our office training calendar, boom, it's right there for you. Okay. Back here are how-to videos to take you to KW Connect. Or YouTube's on here too. On-demand training. There we go. Scott Leroy, Shift, KW Connect, and your YouTube channel. Okay. So it literally has a tab for anything you might possibly think of. It's gracious. This is beneficial to you. So I just would highly recommend getting on here and just kind of looking around so that you know where things are. The best way to do it is just get on and figure it out, right? Anything that you click is not going to hurt you or take you anywhere that's going to like make you do something. It's just beneficial for you guys, okay? We even show you how to do your own password reset. So if you're hands-on and you want to learn that stuff instead of reaching out to leadership, you can, but don't hesitate. We will always be here to help you if you can't figure it out, okay? This. Okay. Cool.
It looks like the internet dropped, Kristen.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Sorry.
you're good. Okay, well, the next one was about the YouTube, which I already showed you guys. That's helping you guys stay connected. I know it does go into talk about your 30, 60, 90, even though you're not in coaching, you still should have received it. But you should get a 30, 60, 90 checklist, which helps you stay on track every single day on like a task to do, just when you have time. And you can of course do more than one task if you can, but there are definitely videos in there and those are posted on our YouTube as well. But try as best you can to stay up to date with that because it will help you in the long run. Sheila will also tell you that. And then you also have a 30, 60, 90 smart plan. So you should get those Monday through Friday. Some of them might not have started. They will start on a Monday to keep you on track and not getting on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. But those tell you kind of what to do. I think they also have videos included in those emails as well. So just kind of another reminder for you guys. Let's see.
Is the smart plan only for those that are in coaching?
No, not at all. I
haven't
got,
seen those yet, I don't-
not, I double checked yours too. I'll try to restart. Not sure, because Mary Ann said that, and I double checked and I was like, I know I added her. So let me,
I'll get with you after, because I have banking information update and everything.
okay, yeah, I will. I'm wondering if it was the wrong email or something, because I know you do a different than KW, right?
I do.
We'll double check that. Yeah. Okay, let's get to where it was. There it was. Okay. Hey, look, I was right on track. Okay, so we did the Facebook. Oh, sorry, I didn't touch on Facebook. Facebook, we have an external and an internal. You want to join both of those. Internal, we have agents. We ask for agents to post things there, ask questions there. That's for the Market Center. That's internal only, okay? External is posting to the public. Anyone is welcome to join that group, but the internal is only for our KW agents, okay? So that's another good resource to keep you updated. We post a ton of events on both of those, the external and internal, okay? If it is posted on our external, that's a good way to know. If it's on our external Facebook page, it is open to the public,
Okay.
okay? If you only see it internally, then it's probably just our agents. Okay. And then we just went over the 30, 60, 90 smart plan. Customer experience, the KW app, I'm not a big fan of that. I know that they've been doing updates, but you can definitely check it out. It's just not updated enough for me when last time I was on it, but it's been a while. I know they've been working on it. So check that out, just kind of get familiar with it, see if it's something that you might like to use, okay? It's kind of like a Zillow. You post your listings, things on there. It also helps you see what's available, I think, from different KW agents. I'm not super familiar with it, 'cause like I said, I didn't like it when I was on it. But it doesn't hurt to check it out, right? It's just another resource for you guys. I'm not an agent either, so that's probably why I'm not super interested in it, but yes, another resource. I'll play a video on it, see what you guys think. So you see a little bit of what it can do, can be helpful. I don't think it was that updated when I was on it, so give it a shot. And let me exit this and then get back. Oh. Okay, get the hang of this. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so this is KW and this is just something that you can do to get yourself started. I know we all know that it's overwhelming at first when you join. There's a million things to do and a million things you don't understand, right? Take it slow, follow that 30, 60, 90. And then these are things that would help you as well. Just getting started, right? Just doing one step at a time. Okay. Any questions that you have, all leadership is available for you, but Mary Ann Kelly is your go-to person. So there are all of her ways that you can get to her. Dashboard website. Oh, that's just a website that helps you. But does anyone have any questions that you can think of right now that I will definitely try to answer for you? Okay. Yeah, Mary Ann teaches on Command Next, super beneficial to teach you how to navigate through Command. That can be definitely overwhelming at first. It's a huge database for you. But learning how to use it can be difficult, but once you get the hang of it, you're like, oh my gosh, why have I not been using this? Okay. But she'll go over everything that you need to know and get started in Command. I was gonna say something else. No. While you all wait, go join our Facebook pages, super beneficial to you to keep updated. I'm gonna leave Zoom on, just because she's just gonna come right back in, but anyways, right, got about 8 minutes till Mary Ann starts, okay? And
Kristen,
again,
if you can just stop the recording and then just Mary Ann can restart it so that it's separated out.
I can do that,
Thank you.